Which is on our ship the whole time, huh? You sound like a 12-year-old having a tantrum.
Tell me, stranger, what brings you down these dank passages?
Don't you dare try and have a cool voice
The
now.
allure of a most magnificent death.
Not after the
It should be at the hands of a monster.
as you were beating that man to a
My
pulp.
victims are almost as infamous as I am.
Is that so? Did anyone in the entire world know who Udin was? Even his best friends didn't care about the fact that maybe he's alive. They were just like, oh, he's probably dead. Fuck it. Just go for my wife and no one else. The wife didn't even give a shit that he was down here. What was the wife doing in here in the first place? Oh yeah, she was dragged here. Which means your crew, the Hanged Men maybe, well I mean the Hanged Men, there are obviously those 3 important ones that will eventually slay, but it seems that you control the weird-ass Root Boys, the Skelly Bitches. How? Why? I mean I know you've got a cool face and everything, but that doesn't explain it. How are you alive?
Death and been chosen. So it is with all great men. We transcend mortality. But you wouldn't know of such things, would you? Death will
Do you
not
know
have
about me?
Not until I am satisfied. And I am not satisfied. Oh no, I still hunger.
Don't worry, buddy. One day she'll put out. What are
Sinking
you
your
doing?
ship was only the start. Now it must be stripped to its bones, picked apart piece by glorious piece. Everyone's
Oh, I only just noticed that
is how
half
we
of you is
survive.
gross.
Killing the crew, well, that was for pleasure. Forgive me if I like to treat myself every once in a while.
Normal pirates just get a peg leg. You just grow a fucking sapling on your limbs. What the fuck is that about? No. You'll pay for your crimes.
The Alpha Navy tried to stop me once. They sought to stretch my neck. Yet who do you think ended up dangling from the gallows? Don't make the same mistake they did. Don't come to my home and call for my head. It's foolish, and worse, disrespectful. I will forgive you this once, but that is all. Now leave Gallows End.
Are you aware that you broke my ship? You know that one thing that you were just talking about doing, like laughing about it and everything? Yeah, I kinda needed that ship to go away forever. And that's exactly what you want me to do, so... Unless you want to put it back together piece by piece for me, I mean...
far away from Gallows End. I'll see that your friend...
You coming with me?
After that, I'm going to do some exploring. There was another crash not soon after yours. A ship that ran aground up north. I was planning to follow the survivors inland, but there also might be something of value in their wreckage.
Great, great. Let's go have fun with the corpse of their ship. You know Dead Cal?
Close relation, but I've seen him from time to time. He doesn't show his ghastly face around Cape Solace that often. I guess even he's got an interest in good salvage.
What do you mean, even he? That's all he cares about. Did you not listen to his fucking awful speech? Actually, it was a pretty cool speech, but I can't take him seriously anymore. He had such an awesome voice, but it was ruined by the like he was afraid of murdering. As if that isn't like the entire point of his existence. Dude, you're like touched by death and you're still squeamish every time you beat a man to death. Shut up. Tell me about the wreck.
What happened until I see for myself. But it was a large ship, a merchant galley or perhaps even an old naval vessel. It was big though, and it rode low in the water, loaded down with cargo or with men, or with both.
Follow the survivors.
I can't tell if these castaways are going to be friendly or just plain mad. Look at you.
Either way, I got some
We'll
more
see you back at Cape
matters
Solace.
under my
Until
belt.
then, try to stay out of trouble. We'll meet again.
Actually, thinking of it, I should probably be murdering well above the belt, otherwise it gets a little bit weird. Alright, what do we got over here? A big fucking box! Mysterious Isle, the allure of Gallows End. Yeah, we desperately need to take those materials back to, my beloved Gnome. Because... Okay. Oh, I thought you were this pile. I thought they actually bothered putting you on the map, random fucking corpse. But no, you're as useless as all the others. But yeah, I'm about to fill up on everything. And I'm really goddamn mad about that. So we need a house as soon as possible to make even moving any further viable. Because if I get over-encumbered, or not even over-encumbered, but if my inventory gets full and I can't claim even more cool shit, then I'm going to be so sad. So fucking sad. And I want to loot Udin. He had a fine Prismir greatsword, and he just sort of knelt down and accepted his murdering? Why? I mean, I know you're dressed in what is the equivalent of a burlap fucking sack, but at least fight back for a second. You were gonna die either way, you might as well have gone down swinging. Fine. Like, as we all know, I'm the only one allowed to be even vaguely cool in this game. Wait a minute, what? Oh, you connect up there. I didn't notice this last time, I must have walked right past it. Either that or it didn't exist till right the fuck now. Why are you guys just hanging out? Just having girl time? Should I not be intruding? As a big wanged man? I didn't even mean big wanged, I just meant big, comma, wanged man. But still, whatever. Let's make our way through here, and not have our cock flail in the wind any longer around these lovely, lovely lasses. I hate myself. Sometimes I'll just start talking like an absolute psychopath, and I notice it, but I don't stop. I'm just intrigued as to, I wonder where this is going to go. So I just let it happen, and then I always regret it. Alright, let's go ahead and have a little drink. Sorry, I said little drink? This is the first time in forever I haven't said big sippy. I didn't like that sound. I didn't like that sound at all. It sounded like a boggart. And if I ever see another boggart in my entire life, it will be too fucking soon. Seems like I've explored all that Scuttle Beach has to offer. Doesn't seem like there... Hello? I was about to say, doesn't seem like there's nearly as many side quests in this DLC as there was in the Teeth of Naros. And then you appeared at exactly the wrong fucking moment, didn't you, arsehole? Let's go to Gravehold Keep. I'm hoping it will spawn me outside as opposed to inside, thank you very much, because that should put me right next. You're so far away, you are so annoying. Why can't there be anything fast travel-y right fucking next to you? Oh, let me guess, I can't jump off here for some fucking reason? No, we have to go to the diving board every single time because the game is so mean. Why can't you just put in a jump button for fuck's sake? I guess because that way we constantly just be falling into places we're not supposed to go, but just be nice, I don't care. Just have the game kill me for that, or just respawn me up with like 10 points of health disappeared or whatever. Meet bugs and an enemy staff. Ebony staff. Wow, you guys are doing amazing for yourselves, aren't you? Nesta Gwynedd. I seem to know the name Gwynedd. I feel like I've met someone with the exact same name before, and you are an entire family? Of Gwynedds? Let's start with you, since you're not the one with the mission.
Point, but I've told her I'd take care of it. Why haven't I? Well, it's complicated.
Isn't that weird echo in the background? The fuck is that, and why? Things don't echo when you're on the edge of a fucking mountain, do they? There's nothing to bounce off. Ah, Gravehold Keep.
Built quite a fortress for themselves.
I have a lot to talk about for a dude without a quest.
They overcome their fears and stay. What a waste.
Let's start by talking to Akara. Talking about, sorry.
How did she
love to talk to Akara, but...
I was poor. I was hungry. I was miserable. Here
it's more likely to slaughter me than give me its words.
Power. He provides. That's more than I can say for my father's gods.
Your father's gods being Lyria? I imagine because we're Dokkalfar. Well, I don't know who the hell your father was, and whether he sort of followed all that shit, but I guess you mean the gods of the rest of Amalur. Akara's clearly not a god, though. If he's doing different things than all the other gods that are, I think, proven to exist, I think everyone in the game who isn't insane accepts that the gods exist in this world, right? Because the blessings do things. I've literally spoken to Athene. So you gotta assume that they all exist in some capacity. Whether or not they're gods, who knows? Maybe they're just really powerful mages or ancient fucking beings that no one understands. They're just like, yeah, I guess we'll call them gods. Ah, what could have been, man. If there was another game, if there was an MMO, if there was fucking anything else, so much more could have been explained. But no, I just have to sit here theorizing like a fucking idiot with my little tinfoil cap on forever until they finally release a sequel. Please, THQ, I'm begging you, it's so good. Cadwallon, which is the worst name I've ever heard in my entire life.
Gallows End is like every other challenge I faced in my life. Every day is a struggle to survive. My mother died when I was young, and my father was a thief. I was half-starved when Lord Pennion caught me snatching gold from his pocket. Instead of tossing me into Rathir prison, he gave me a chance to work off my punishment. I became a servant in his great house. And that's where I first met Nesta. We had not spoken a word to each other before the crash. Now, we are husband and wife.
You got married in this hellhole? What? Ooh, hold on. I think I hear Tiny Penis Motorbike Man, but he's so far in the distance that you guys will never hear and I will sound like a psychopath, so I'm gonna wait till he gets a little bit closer, and then I'll surprise him. Or he'll surprise me, because fuck me, he's loud no matter how far away he is. Cadwallon. I'm so upset that you're called Cadwallon. What absolute fucking war crimes did you have to do to your mother in the womb for her to hate you so much to give you a name like that, huh? What a convoluted way of saying that. I could have just said, your parents hate you. But no, I went into like 50 fucking paragraphs. Whatever, Cape Solace.
Not as much as my wife does, that is. They are a devout group, sheltered by their island god, Akara. Everyone here is needy.
But you seem
I
to
don't see
love
any
him as
reason why
well.
we can't look to the powerful for protection.
Well, let's
We are able
try
to get
Gallows
wild
End.
fish from the frost break and the plants we grow on the bluffs. There is no reason to venture beyond the village. Beyond the forests is the realm
Except,
of
you know,
beasts and
having
pirates.
any form of happiness
We
in
are
life.
safe so long as we stay near Cape Solace together.
Oh, you guys are so fucking boring. I want to meet, like, because we've met sort of, I nearly said insurgents. That's not what I mean. I met people who, I don't know, just people with wanderlust in the village and everything. We're like, why do we have to listen to Akara? There is so much of the world out here. Like, Nina's one of them. Nina's a great example. And there are a lot more in there as well. And by a lot more, I think I mean one more. Oh boy. And it was the Beastmaster. And the thing with the Beastmaster is, I think his wanderlust only exists so we can be like, hey, come and work in my house forever. And he'll be like, alright. And then that'll be it, and that will be a quest, and then we will become level 40 because I'm that fucking close. And I guarantee you, we're gonna finally cross over to the max level in the most boring way possible because that always happens to me on every level up. And it'd kind of be a shame if that changed for the last one. But
They are
anyway,
dwarf
the
mans,
Virga.
small but sturdy sea folk.
But yeah,
who
what I was
rule
saying
the
was I
kingdoms
hope
and
we meet
islands
sort of
north
like another
Almain.
faction or another settlement.
Don't be fooled by their size. They are fierce.
I couldn't give a fuck about Akara. But I guess the entire point is that any other kingdom can't exist, because any other any other village can't exist, because any other village that doesn't give a shit about Akara gets absolutely stomped by Akara, or Deadkel, or one of the many fucking monstrosities that
I've
live
only
on this
seen
island.
pirate once. I was hiking the cliffs alone to pull in the morning's catch. The black ship Requiem was sailing out toward the sunrise, its rigging decorated with stark black gulls and corpses. We are truly blessed that he cannot come near the village. Akara be praised. So long.
Alright, well, that was a lot of conversation out of someone I'll probably never, ever, ever see again. Thanks, I guess. I'm not sure why that was a thing, but I'm glad it was a thing. And you were doing the most fucking... How? How long is your rod, my friend? That is insane! Or not the rod itself, but the string that comes forth from said rod, which apparently doesn't exist because they couldn't be bothered to fucking design that. But yeah, we are very high up. I don't believe that you are fishing. How do you expect to fucking yank, like, even if you catch a fish from this height, how do you expect to fucking yank the string back up with a rod like that? You're literally gonna have to drag yourself all the way over here and fucking... The fish itself is gonna get oh, I can't speak English. It's gonna be like scraped against the cliff face as you're dragging it. This is not, you're dumb. You are not very smart, are you? This is why you rely on Akara, because everyone on this entire island is so very stupid. Alright, what do we got here? I've definitely already looked in there. Nesta.
Must be one of the new arrivals. Tell me, did Cape Solace drive you out as well? I am Nesta Gwynedd.
No, I just hate it.
My husband Cadwallon and I have only been here a short time, but We've managed to eke out a tolerable existence on our own. Or we did.
Ah yes,
Before the
tolerable.
scab
What more could
infestation.
anyone ask for? Do you have as much to say as your husband? Well, yes, you do. This is insane. It's all about different stuff as well.
I've
Let's
encountered
start with
many
Alder.
fanatics in my time, and none are so zealous as Alder Malloy. In the few months that we've been
He's
here, he's
not
tried to convert me
terrible.
twice. Never trust a man who lets his faith speak for him.
Like, I've met actual cultists to the point where they will imprison people who don't believe. It sounds like I'm talking about my own life. I mean, in the game. Like the Cult of Lyria, the horrible fucking coven of smurfs that we stumbled across. That was horrible. They imprisoned Faye, and it was the worst thing ever. So they suck a hell of a lot more than Alder. I'm sure we've met quite a few more in this game as well. Like, there were those cannibal bastards that we came across. If I remember correctly, maybe I'm completely wrong, because now I don't know what I'm talking about. I wonder if there are any Fae on this island, by the way. Obviously, there were none in Naros, and that made total sense. But here? Who knows?
Alder and his
Cape
people
Solace.
preach community and hope, yet they cast out any who do not view their beloved Akara as the sun and the moon. I have my own gods, thank you.
Yet your husband seems to have completely gone against those gods. And I mean, if you absolutely despise the villagers for their beliefs, then why don't you despise your husband? He's clearly been converted. Like, I know he's your husband and everything, but still.
We don't need
Dead
to fear
kill.
the Pirate King. His realm is to the west, deep in the caverns of the
Ah, good to
coast.
know.
They say he's been killed before, but that the flames of the afterlife buoyed his rise back to Earth. It's enough to give one shivers.
Yeah, I know. The undead, people who are coming back from the dead, they're fucking gross, right? You have broken my heart,
You can
lady.
find them all over the
Deverga.
Frostbreak Sea, from west of here to the Near East and the Obsidian Isle. The Deverga are a stern and superstitious lot. They
So we
claim
can
the
still
oceans
find
as their
them.
own and frown on anyone who wishes to challenge that authority.
Or at least they definitely still exist. Whether we can actually get to them is another story. Gallows
It would be
End?
unbearable if not for Cadwallon. So many in the village have been torn from their loved ones. Not I. It is the wreck that brought my love to me.
It's just a name. It's like you put the English language in a fucking blender and just took the first thing it shat out. Cadwallon. I hate hearing it said out loud. At least maybe, just maybe, before I've heard its actual pronunciation, like half the words in there could have been silent. And your name could have just been, I don't know, Can. At least Can would have been more interesting than Cadwallon. And, well, not more interesting. Cadwallon is particularly interesting in all the wrong ways. But at least I'd want to, I don't know, break your face less.
I'd
Gravehall.
love to move our camp up behind those tall, strong walls.
Oh, good to
That's
know.
not possible. Gravehall is
Yeah, I know,
cursed.
because I own it and I
Nothing
let
good has
no
ever
one
come
else
to
in.
those who enter its vast shadow. In fact, none of them have ever returned.
Did you just say shadow? Because it's been so long since I have heard someone absolutely butcher the pronunciation of a word in this game just because they want to sound British. I still don't understand why that happens, but it is driving me insane. We've had dump. We've had, instead of damp, we've had, oh, what was it? I think someone said swamp or swamp instead of swamp. Okay, to be fair, that one kind of makes sense. I don't know why I say it. That's me being an idiot. But yeah, we've had all sorts of that happening. But I don't think any have been as bad as Shadow. What is that? No one would ever say it like that. And it hurts me. It hurts me in my fucking soul that you think that we would. I still just, I try and take solace in the fact that maybe, just maybe, they tried to invent an accent that is only applicable to this game. But then, why would they only ever change words like that? Shadow, dump. I believe someone said mass instead of mass or something like that. I hate everything about you. Do you call your dad Dodd? No, because that would be literally, that would... That is basically a war crime. So why do you say shadow? No one does this. No one at all.
I was born an heir
Nesta.
to the
Nesta
great
does
House
this.
Penion, reigning high on the spire in Rathir. My life was one of study, tradition, and endless possibility. That all changed the day my father's ship was caught in a hurricane off the coast of Erethel. I awoke a week later, here on Gallows End, in the gentle, healing arms of my Cadwallon. It was like I was reborn.
Oh, he seems like a lovely man, if only he wasn't so stupid.
I
The
know
Hanged
from the
Men.
songs of my father's crew, low-born men and drunkards mostly. According to legend, the Hanged Men are said to be the fiercest pirates in all of Amalur. How such criminals manage to ever work together is beyond me.
You were literally just saying how they were all idiots and drunks, and now it's like, nothing that has ever walked the earth has been as terrifying as them. They're just alcoholics. Is that really your biggest fear? What? Why? What
7
scav
months ago,
infestation?
My husband and I started a garden on Storm Point. It has saved our lives. Thanks to this secret spot, we've been able to fill the village stores to brimming. Now, however, scavs seem to have taken a keen interest in Storm Point
village?
as well. They wish not to fill their stores, but their bellies instead.
Storm Point. And what is a scav? I mean, we've seen a billion of them, and we literally would have had to have taken them on to get to this point because they were in the first area in the game, Letharoon. What's wrong with that little brain in there? But I guess maybe he just wants the philosophical views of a scav or whatever the fuck.
To the Frostbreak Sea. They come from the south.
What are their political
nesting in
leanings?
ships and living off the cargo, and often the crew. They've made quite a home here on Gallows End, nesting in large broods, deep and damp old fastings left behind by the Diverger. If your goal
I'll
is
help
to
you.
ingratiate yourself to the inhabitants of this island, you've chosen the right path. You have my thanks, and the thanks of those who wish to eat. Come.
All
are
you had to
taking
say
Storm
was that.
Point.
You did not
It's
have to say
far, just
ingratiate.
past the boundaries of Cape Solace and Gravehall Keep.
Now you just sound like an actual ingrate. That is what that word means, right? Did I just do a smart bit of wordplay? Am I a funny boy? Am I? What does that mean? Hey Siri! Siri doesn't even want to respond to me after that disaster. Hey Siri! Define ingrate. Oh, it does just mean an ungrateful person. For some reason I thought that meant, like, you know, I thought it was another word for moron. Or, like, you know, retard, or whatever the hell. I don't like I don't like using that word. I don't really give a shit. It's just a word. But, you know, where are you going?
Place on Gallows End to grow food. If you don't believe me, check the village stores. It's just up ahead a bit.
And now I need to cover my own arse because I'm starting to dig a hole. When I say it's just a word, there are obviously words that should not be said. Many, many words that should not be said, like slurs and shit. But to be fair, retard, it's like apparently becoming a slur. But it's so newly a slur, and it seems so weird to make it a slur because it's an actual medical term, is it not? Maybe, I mean, I'm not acting like I know more than, like, experts on this shit. But, I mean, mentally retarded has been a medical term forever, right? So why is it now offensive to say a thing that is it's like saying cancer is offensive. Okay, to be fair, some people find cancer offensive. But, God, the English language is a minefield. Where are you taking me? Why are we doing it? Brownies are here. They're the same old fucking pestilent brownies. Can you have at least given him an eye patch? Can you have made him thematic and adorable? Come on, game. What, am I meant to talk to you? What's going on?
We mustn't go
I
any
am.
farther. The scavs will know we're coming. Oh, those little monsters can hear the hair stand up on the back of your neck.
Which is why I'm going to stealth right up behind them and prove you wrong because I like making everyone else look stupid.
If they nest there, we'll be eating oysters and eel until we grow gills.
What's wrong with that? Actually sounds pretty delicious. I mean, I guess like half the world is allergic to fucking seafood. I wouldn't want everyone to just, like the weird puffy face thing that happens to allergy people. Yeah, no thanks. Don't really want to see this ancient fucking game try to make that work. Oh no. Oh wow. They really can sense me. Do they see me? Oh no, okay. I thought they were doing it by audio for a minute, because they are such ugly fucking monstrosities. I couldn't really tell whether they were looking at me, or whether that was their arse, because their face and their arse look basically the same. But no, they can only really see you when you're creeping up on them. I thought she was right when it was like they could sense the, hair standing up on the back of your neck or something, but no. The only way people can fucking figure out where you are is through sight in this game for some reason.
It's not as easy as you'd think to
Not a single creature has ears.
Lands. There are others in the village that could use your help. In fact, I was planning to ask someone to venture down to Scuttle
I say
Beach.
looking at actual elves.
I saw a ship before the scabs moved in. I'm convinced it ran aground on the rocks below, but I can't be sure. Someone should check this out.